Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. We have Connie, and she's going to tell us some really good stuff and have things that you need to do. She has a gift for us at the end of the show, so listen to see how to get it. And it's a very needful gift. It's an exciting gift. In fact, I think Barbara and I are both going to sign up for it. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. And, just relax, take a minute, spend some time with us. I'm Carol Henderson. I have Life by Design, and I teach people how to spiral up and make the second half of their life better than the first. So, and I always say you never know when the second half's starting, because some people, their second half starts at 1 or 2. Some people, the second half starts at 60. So who knows? I plan on that. I've just entered my second half.
Yep,
So
exactly.
anyway, and I've got my wonderful co-host here, Miss Barbara
Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. And yeah, I'm Barbara Ellison, and I am on a mission to make happiness the norm rather than the exception. Because I truly believe that each and every one of us deserves to lead a happy, healthy, debt-free, abundant life. And all we need is the tools to do it with. And that's one of the things that I love about doing this show. Because you know what? The guests that we bring on are all either experts in what they're doing. They do fun things, like Connie does fun things. She's an inventor. Oh, wait till you hear what she invented. I mean, it's like just great. I'm so excited to share with you. But all of those things, just because age is a number on a calendar or on your birth certificate, it is not the time when you have to, as Carol says, sit back, and eat bonbons and watch soap operas. No, this is the time where we have the freedom. The kids are grown. They're out of the house. We're footloose and fancy free. Well, let's take advantage of it.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
and that's
You have
one
too
of the
much to give
we
to
have so much to give.
people, too much to give to the new generations. Think back and think, what did your grandparents want to impart? What did your parents want to impart? And when you don't have them anymore, it's like, what do you not remember that they tried to impart to you? I mean, my grandmother, my lineage goes back to Robert E. Lee, and through that to George Washington's adopted son. My mother always said, don't ever tell people you're related to George Washington. He had no children. So
Yes.
he said, they'll know you're a liar. And stuff. So it's his adopted son. And I used to could quote the genealogy. I have forgotten that because I didn't take time to write it down. And now all the people that could quote that are no longer here.
Right.
And so I feel kind of sad about that in a way. So she's going to tell us all kinds of things that she has. And so we're Connie, just so you know, we're liable to interrupt you or bunny trail or something like that we're noted for. But tell us all about you, how you pivoted to do what you're doing now, and what you would do.
Your backstory, just your backstory, how you came to be doing it. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the show, Connie.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. Okay. So you want my backstory?
Sure.
Yeah. What did you do before?
Okay. I was a writing teacher at the University of Maryland for 40 years. Okay. And I taught technical writing to engineers.
So wow. So not literature writing.
No, technical writing.
Oh, yike.
Yeah. So
I would not have done well.
Well, they were all engineers and computer scientists. And so I learned a lot while I was working with them. And I created writing assignments for them so that they would be successful in their careers, because some people don't realize how your writing reflects your intelligence. Like if you write papers that are filled with errors, people don't think that you're a good engineer. And that's not the truth. So I told them that their writing was very important for them. So I enjoyed teaching. but I retired.
So
Um,
I have something to say about what you just said about people judging other people, their intelligence, their quality of life and everything by their writing skills or their speaking skills. You know, if they just do run-on sentences, if they, you know, and I'm talking about just even in letters, not the technical like you're talking about, but just general writing and speaking that we all do, and spelling. You know, I'm from a long line of teachers, so I got really nailed on grammar and spelling, and of course this was back in the day, and the new kids on the block that are typing everything on their phones and using all these, you know,
yes.
lowercase when it should be uppercase and no commas and no, you know, but when you become an adult and the adults that are doing that, and I've even noticed some of the people that I knew way back when, I'm like, oh, you used the wrong word there, or you said, you know, and I'm like, I thought you knew better. You know, that's a terrible thing to judge people over their writing skills, but it's kind of an innate thing.
Well, I think it's when text messages started and people had all kinds of abbreviations.
Oh,
So they,
the BTW. It
uh,
took me forever. BTW. What is BTW? By the way,
mhm.
I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I do say that. You know, by the way, this is happening. But BTW, it took me forever. I would see like, what is that? And I think I finally asked.
I
Every
looked it
once in a
up.
while, I'll run into one and I'll have to ask my granddaughter what it is.
What is
Mhm.
this?
Well,
Anyway,
you can also look it up and you could do a Google search on something that you don't know. So,
oh,
that's helpful.
anyway,
Yes.
so yes.
So they have, I feel that they've gotten shortchanged because commas are very useful. To put in a comma, it tells you to stop when you're saying it, and they don't have any clue about where to put commas, how to use commas. So, it's kind of hard to teach them at this point. But I taught them everything they had to know about grammar and spelling and writing, effective writing. So now with Chat GPT, they can get pretty good spelling results, but they still have to write letters, Anyway, that's what I did. I taught technical writing and I emphasized correct grammar so that they would make a good impression on their employers.
Good.
So now
so,
what do you do now?
so I retired from those 40 years of teaching, and I first became an inventor. And I knew nothing about inventing, but my mind is always creative. And since I didn't have to stay up all night grading papers, I focused on doing something that I really wanted to do. And as I got older, my eyes got worse. And I especially noticed it when I went to a restaurant and I'd be with a bunch of my friends, and none of us could read the menu. So we would pass around reading glasses. Or uh, if I was without my friends, I would ask my kids to order for me, or I would just ask the server what's good, because I really couldn't see, especially because the restaurants, the menus, the letters on the menu were too small and the restaurants were too dark.
Yeah,
Yes,
I use the camera on, I mean, the light on my phone all
the
the time.
flashlight.
Yeah,
Right, right,
because
right.
yeah,
So I invented a product. It's not an app, it's not an iPhone, but it's called a tip and split. And it has a magnifier on it. It has a light on the back that's not as obtrusive as the light on your smartphone. And
yeah.
it can also figure out the tip and split the bill in 3 seconds. So I invented that because a lot of people my age don't really like to have smartphones at the dinner table because they're distracting from the conversation. Because you pick up your smartphone and then you see, oh, I got a message. Oh, let me check it out, And so I like to leave my smartphone away from the dinner table. So this is something very easy to carry.
Yeah, that is, to me, that's
I
brilliant.
thought that was a great thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I liked it, and then I tried to get publicity for it. But I hired some people and they really were not that great at it. So I'm a do-it-yourselfer. So I got my own publicity. And then I wrote my first book, and it's called How I Got My Product on QVC, The Today Show, The View, and more in my retirement, because I got all of those. So,
Wow.
and I learned how to get that visibility. So that was my first thing, and I knew nothing about inventing, but I learned, because I think when you're in your second half, you have to still be willing to learn, because there's so much we have to learn.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and it keeps your brain supple and young.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and Connie, I'm so grateful that you said that, because I think more and more and more older, like older adults, you need to hear it from multiple sources of people. You
Mhm.
can have one person that say, you know what, keep active. Oh yeah, I'm active. I walk around my garden.
I hit the clicker with my
Yeah, or I walk around my garden, or I know I'm active. I go around the block. No, but that's not just the only way to be active.
Right.
Be
Well, like
active in your mind,
many,
be active in your brain, be active in your creativity.
how many retirees would host a podcast?
Exactly.
I think there's only so many Netflix movies you can watch. And then have something creative that you do, like you ladies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we started our first show, what, a year and a half ago?
Oh, 2.5.
Has it been two and
I think it's
time
2.5.
flies. 2.5. And
It was over a year when we went from Facebook
that's
to YouTube.
YouTube. And and we started out doing like just a conversation between the two of us on Monday mornings to motivate people, because and you know what, we needed it ourselves. We did it for us, to help us.
Exactly. It's never too late to learn new
Never
things,
too late.
and it's always benefiting us to learn new things. I know some people who have never touched a computer. Can you believe it? They're kind of afraid, but once you learn it, it's not that difficult.
Yeah, right.
I'm still learning things that are difficult for me, but anyway, yeah. So that was my first thing that I did when I retired, and I actually became a grandmapreneur at age 70. Okay, so I'm so excited, and I was so happy with my tip and split product. But then I what did I do? Oh yeah, COVID hit. And so nobody was going out to eat in restaurants. So I realized that. So I had to do another pivot. So I was home all the time because I was terrified of getting COVID. And so what I did is I tried to do something productive in my life. So I went through 17 photo albums and gathered my favorite pictures. And I put them all in a book. And this is actually my book. I wrote this book to let my grandchildren know all about me after I'm gone. So I'm writing it before it's too late. So I want them to see that Grandma used to be young once. That's me. And I filled it with pictures of my life and of my ancestry. And I'm going to show you one that's very interesting to me. This is a picture of my grandparents. Can you see it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's my grandparents on my mother's side. And every picture has a caption with it. So it's not just a scrapbook, it has a caption. So the caption under that says, Grandma Ella and Grandpa Arthur moved to the United States from Poland. They missed the ship over to the United States in 1912 because Ella was pregnant and had morning sickness. The ship they missed was the Titanic. Can you believe that? So I didn't know
What
that.
blessings, what blessings.
I didn't know that story because my mother never told me. But when I was writing my book, I contacted my relatives and said, does anybody have any interesting facts about our family? And my cousin knew that because it was his father who our grandmother was pregnant with. So I have my whole book filled with stories about my life. And here's one picture I just turned to. It's all pictures. This is me playing the violin when I was about 10. So now I showed it to my granddaughter who's 7, and I'm teaching her how to play the violin. And I've got 110 pages filled with pictures. And the best
So
thing
cool.
the best thing about this is when I'm gone, my kids are going to have the task of cleaning through my house. And they're going to find boxes and boxes and drawers filled with pictures. And I'm going to tell them, don't worry about anything. You can throw it all away. I saved the ones that I want. So I think this is like a really nice way to downsize. I
Yeah.
still have the pictures, but anyway, so that's what I'm doing now. And it's very good because I'm a retired writing teacher. So I know how to write it, but it's not a lot of writing. It's mostly captions. You find the pictures that you like and you put a caption under it. Because if somebody would just see that picture of my grandparents, they would know nothing. But I tell them the story, and I tell them the story beside underneath every picture. And there are some really fun stories in my book. So everybody has stories. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody knows how to do it, or they don't want to do it, or they want to, but they put it off.
Well, and
And I
they
think
think they
everybody does.
can't. You know, that's the
Yeah.
thing. They think they can't, and so they don't try.
Well, I wrote this in 2 months. 2 months. And I love it. And my grandkids love reading through it. And it's not like a normal life story, because a normal like autobiography is about 400 pages. And who wants to read it? But this is so much fun to read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Almost
all
like a comic book is more fun than a novel for
yes,
kids,
yes.
especially.
Well, so
Yeah.
this one, I don't sell the book. I just gave it to my 3 children so they could share it with their grandchildren. And probably when they get a little bit older, I'll give them each a copy of this book.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. And I would love to give a little gift to anybody from your audience.
Okay.
If they want to write their own, I can give them a 1-hour consultation on how to get started to write.
Oh, that would be so generous of you. Thank you.
Yes.
I
I mean,
also
this is a brilliant idea, and I think everybody should take advantage of it.
I also wrote a book. I'm a writer and everything comes out writing. I wrote a book and I call it Write Your Selfie. And the reason I call it Write Your Selfie is because young people always take selfies and old people like me don't. But this is selfies are pictures, and this is filled with pictures. So I also wrote a book that you can get on Amazon for $8.97 that tells you exactly how to write your selfie.
That is so cool.
That
So
is so
they
fun.
can have a consultation with me for free, and I'll get them started. So anyway, and they can always call me later, to get more advice. So that was my second thing that I did in my second half of life.
Yeah.
And then I have one more thing, and that is I actually gave a TEDx talk. Do you know what that is?
Yes. I listen to them all the time.
Well, my talk is about 6 reasons to pursue entrepreneurship in your retirement. Okay.
Oh, I'll have to look it up.
And this is about that too, because I want to be a speaker and I want to refer people to my book. And my book is called Retirement: Dream Big, Take Action, Make Money. So I've done all of these things in the last, I'd say 4 years. Okay. So this one, so I have a TEDx talk and I love it. And I asked some of my friends if they would watch it and like it and make a comment. We didn't even know how to do it. I sent them the link. They had no idea how to do it because they're my age and they don't do things like that. They don't watch TEDx talks. They don't do that because they're not in business. But TEDx talks are so inspiring.
Yes.
And what is it again? 6 reasons to what?
If you just look up Connie Inuukai TEDx, you'll find it. 6 reasons, actually, I think I called it 6 reasons to pursue your passion in retirement. And I have over 100,000 views now.
Oh, wow.
Renew your passion.
So
So it's 6 reasons to renew your passion?
No, to pursue your passion. To pursue your passion. But you can just look up my name and put TEDx and you'll see it. 6 reasons to
that is on my bucket list of things that I want to do. Is I want to do a TEDx talk.
Okay, well, when you're ready, you talk to me.
All right, because one of the things that I think that we need to talk about is having hope. Hope is, hope can take you through so much.
Right.
And it's when you give into the hopelessness that people run into trouble. So I think I would like to do a TEDx talk on hope, on having hope.
And I would like to. What's that?
If that's your thing. 6 reasons to pursue your passion.
Yeah, cool. I am going to listen to that.
And it even says TEDx Talks. Yeah.
Okay, and another thing that I would like to emphasize, this is not a TEDx talk. It's because the TEDx talk has to be about 15 minutes long. I would like to say that when people get older, we don't have as much fear as we used to have.
Yeah.
Is that true? I'm talking about fear. We have already failed so many times. We've already done so many things. Succeed, fail, and we always know that it's going to come out fine in the end.
And we know that no is not a life sentence of,
Right.
And no doesn't mean no forever. It just means no for not right now.
Yeah,
exactly. I've had so many no's in my life, but now I'm starting to get yeses.
Yeah, you and me both. You and me.
I always tell people that every no is you're that much closer to a yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I actually just read a book about no's, that some companies encourage people to go out and when they're doing sales, get as many no's as you can. Because
I actually have done contests before with groups I've worked with. Whoever got the most no's won the prize, because it made them not fearful of the no's, because that's what was going to get the prize. And that's one of the things that I've done with groups of people in the past.
Right. So we are all like-minded about that. But people just have to remind you, don't be afraid of anything. Don't be afraid to start a business. Don't be afraid to start a podcast. Don't be afraid to be on a podcast.
Right.
Oh, I can't tell you how many people that I've said, I have 3 shows. Would you like to come on one? Oh, I couldn't do that. I'm going, oh, you'll enjoy it. It's just a conversation. And the ones that have, faced their fears, come on, they go, that was fun.
That was fun.
And it can be people that Barbara and I've met either in person or in virtual. And, it has really surprised me how many people go, oh, I couldn't do that. I'm going, yeah, you can. We'll help.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
And it's facing your fear and doing it anyways.
Yes. I love what Joyce says. She says, do it afraid.
Do it afraid. And I think one of the things for me is that now that I'm older, and I think it just comes down to a little bit more, like you say, just chutzpah. That's like, yeah, you don't care what somebody else says. That if somebody doesn't like something that I'm doing, then that's their issue. It's nothing to do with me.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
that really, I think that's one of the things that when you want to step out, so what? So what if it doesn't work? Or so what if somebody doesn't like it? Oh, well, that's their problem. It's not mine.
Right.
Exactly. I feel exactly the same way.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay.
anyway,
So
so Connie,
tell
how do people get
how
in
to
touch
get a
with you?
hold of you. Okay.
Yes,
Okay, I have a website called grandmapreneur.com. By the way, I trademarked that name.
I love that.
Yeah, that
Thank
is a
you.
great name. And trademarking is so wise. It is so wise.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. And so tell us again about your free gift.
So if you go to grandmapreneur.com, you'll see two websites on it. One is for Write Your Selfie, the book. And if they go on there, they can find a link to get a consultation with me, or if they can contact me and say they saw me on your podcast.
Okay.
I will give them that free consultation and get them started.
Okay.
Oh,
Be
beans.
sure to tell her you saw it on Mavens of Motivation or Thoughtful Thursday, the Aging Experts. So those, either of those names, she'll know that it's Barbara and me. So be sure and do that to get your free gift.
And also, I'm going to give one more.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, hey, we love free gifts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have my tip and split invention, and I have a website there. And right now I have an offer that's 20% off. But starting November, I'm going to have you buy one, you get one free.
Ooh, so
Oh,
save
that
your
would be
money
awesome.
till November.
But
Don't buy it today.
I'm going to give you the code. The
Oh,
code is BOGO, buy one, get one. Okay. And that's going to come out November 1st, but the code is already on there.
Oh, so we could get it now for the
Yeah,
following.
it's
Cool
19,
beans.
You
it's
know, and that is such
1990.
a great gift, especially for your friends in our age group. That is a wonderful, wonderful
It's a
gift.
wonderful stocking stuffer.
Yes. Well, and think how many times you go out with the girls and everybody's, kind of haggling and trying to figure out how much is it now, what?
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
we can all certainly figure out how much to tip and how to split the bill, but who wants to?
Exactly.
Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. When I say haggling, I don't mean fussing. I'm just like, everybody's busy talking, trying to figure numbers in their head while they're talking and not miss out on this conversation here and this conversation here and still get the math right. And so, yeah, that is a huge, huge benefit.
So
Cool
I'm
beans.
giving you two gifts today for your audience.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
And
So-
thank you for having me here.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Yep.
So everybody that's watching on Facebook, know that you need to click, like, and share because that helps people to find us and it helps the algorithms. So please, and comment. Remember, Barbara and I will send you an inspirational card if you put that you want one in there, and then private messages your mailing address. We don't want that just out public.
I don't have your Facebook group, so what's it called? I'll join it.
It's called the Mavens of Motivation, and it's not a group, it's a page. And then there's also one, the Aging Experts, and isn't it at Mavens of Motivation?
It's under Mavens of Motivation. Yeah.
I think it's called the Aging Expert at Mavens of Motivation. If you go into Facebook, it pulls
Okay.
that. And
Well,
then
I'll
Yeah,
go
like our
to that.
page.
yeah, like our
Okay.
page,
Like it.
please.
Well, I like the people who put up the page.
Well,
So
thank
that's
you.
a good
Thank you.
start.
Okay. And then also, if you're watching on YouTube, it's Mavens of Motivation, and we have all of our shows in that one
Hub, the one hub.
yes, the hub. Thank you. And but be sure to do a thumbs up because that is really a big deal in YouTube on the algorithms. Subscribe and then ring the bell so you get a notification. I do try to put things up a little bit ahead of time so that they do come out as a premiere and you can see them ahead of time. And then you can get notified when those are up. So there, thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, and tell your friends. Tell your friends
Yep.
about us, because
Okay.
we have fun doing this. So you might as well have fun watching us.
Having fun with us. Yep. So everybody
yeah.
have an awesome week.
Yes. Yes.
And we will see you next time.
And thank you
Thank you.
so much, Connie, for
Thanks,
coming
Connie, for
on
coming.
and for the wonderful gifts. Bye.